What is up, everybody, and welcome to Casual Wrestling Live. If you're new here, hit the sub button right off the bat. If this isn't your first time, welcome back to the show. Make sure to cast your vote for Baddie of the Night. If you have an award to submit, you can do that. It was kind of a dog shit Raw. I'm running about 30 minutes behind on everything I do tonight. I had to sit through a cheerleading meeting.
Sorry.
You sent me off to have to endure a 45-minute cheerleading meeting that was about absolute bullshit. So this is going to be more of just a hangout show. This is going to be less. I don't have a ton of notes to talk about. We could talk about a couple things, but there's football on, so we won't keep. This was the last Monday Night Raw before Crown Jewel. There wasn't a lot of stuff that happened. So it's not. I caught up. I caught up in the last, with about 10 minutes to go. I hit live. And I was like, oh shit, that's it. Like, I think even if I was watching, I don't know that I just have an absolute lot to talk about.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But this show is simple, guys. The way this show works is we try to explain to Lauren what happened this week in professional wrestling on Raw, SmackDown, and what happened on the internet. Casual fans are only allowed here. No IWC, so you can take that shit somewhere else. This is a live podcast, so make sure to submit your hot takes, opinions, and questions into the chat, and we will get to those at the appropriate time. Lauren, doing away with paywalls. I know Wavy D signed up for a membership, and we'll make sure to do something cool for him. But I'm going to take down the membership, take down the super chats, and we're just going to grow this thing as a community. And the goal is not going to be financial. The goal is going to be to build this community up to a large number and to make a fun place for us to hang out. That's the goal. We had change in businesses that we have that have gone well, and so this is not going to be a financial thing. This is going to be a for fun thing. So within the next couple of days, you'll probably see some of those things going away, like memberships and super chats, and it'll just be about community engagement and stuff like that. We appreciate everybody who supported the channel, but the best way to support the channel now is going to be help us grow, help share clips, cut clips. Like, share content, tell your friends how much fun we're having. Like I said, the goal is to grow the channel and to try to build a big, community. A community who likes wrestling, a community who likes pop culture, sports, a little bit of everything. Okay? But with that bullshit out of the way, Lauren, let's talk about pro wrestling. Let's break down for you what's happened this week in pro wrestling, because I know you don't necessarily stay up to date with all the ins and outs of what's going on. And back in the news, and the chat can help me explain this to you. Okay. But back in the news, Samantha Irvine goes. It wasn't good enough. She made a fairly clean escape from WWE, something that's not real easy to do. But she broke away, she got out clean, and I think ultimately when she broke away that she was the one in the favorable position. People seemed to be excited about what was next for Samantha Irvine. Then all of a sudden, in the last couple of days, she's felt this inherent need to reach out and speak to the internet. Never good to start speaking to the IWC, but she felt the need to start speaking to the IWC. And she's let more and more and more and more shit trickle out. And the more she talks, I could tell you, the less I like Samantha Irvine. The more it's starting to feel like maybe it's a good thing she's gone.
What happened?
Starts off, she basically comes out. So the interactions on Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. I told you at one point, she said that the great thing about not being employed by WWE anymore is I can tell you guys to fuck off. So first off, shots fired. You go for the internet, the IWC is coming back. When you fire shots like that, the IWC is going to come back. So she fired off that shot. So then a couple of prominent TikTok or Twitter people start going at her, start throwing shots at her, and essentially somebody says something that triggers her to go, hey, look, I never really liked being a ring announcer. Okay? Ew. I just did this because this was my gateway to something more in WWE. Mm-hmm. I wanted to be a manager. I wanted to be a general this was a stepping stone to get to the next stone. And she kind of insinuates that in talking to WWE, they didn't see that next step for her. So it was bye-bye. I'm gone. I still have no problem with that, right? You're inside. If you go to your management company, right, whoever you work for, and you go, I'd like to talk about other positions. I'd like to talk about like the next 5 years. And they go, we don't see a future for you. I have no problem in you taking off. Yeah. My problem then comes when she starts, it just incrementally needs to answer more and more people. Needs to start telling people that Ricochet is a millionaire and she can do whatever she wants. And she tells people, I went to AEW last night and it was so much fun. It almost starts to... Your comments start to feel like shots, right? So now you're attacking the WWE audience while still trying to go like, no, I'm good with WWE. There's no rift. You're creating the rift. You could have just broke free. You could have just walked out the door and done what you do, but instead you kept talking. So then she goes deeper, and this goes into the deeper, and this speaks to the psyche of Ricochet. She talks about, while Ricochet was in WWE, all you people did was call him a jobber. So he finally went somewhere where he could wrestle all the time and have fun. And now you guys are mad about it. It's like, just shut up. Just stop talking. Stop talking. Like you didn't need to give explanations. The fact that you are now basically announcing that what the internet says affects you on a daily basis. Number one, you can't be a person in a position of celebrity and let the internet affect you. Number two, get off the internet. Get off the internet. Wavy D saying she's not wrong though. 100%. I'm with you, Wavy D. But if she wants another job in a entertainment industry, I can guarantee you she is burning bridges extremely fast because nobody wants somebody with this attitude. She broke away clean. She got out the door. You got out the door and you were the favorable. Most wrestling fans thought that she was, hey man, it was amicable. She just, she's going to go do something else. She was favorable, but the more she opens her mouth, I think the more that people around her are starting to go, oh, if she doesn't get what she wants, she's got fuck you money. Because it's really what she's saying, right? She's saying, I got fuck you money. But fuck you money doesn't make for a great career. It's great. There's nothing better than the fact that Samantha Irvin can quit WWE. Ricochet makes enough money to support her and her family, and she is happy. But don't come back complaining when you can't break into that next industry, right? Yeah. Because you created this world. You alienated yourself. When you show up, let's say, as an AEW announcer, you created the backlash that you're going to get. I think everybody was favorable at one point on Samantha Irvine, and she creates this narrative. I don't get it. Gear 2 says she's doomed outside of WWE, but the internet is acting like mental cases. But such is the nature. Exactly. So that's my point, Gear 2. I'm not saying the internet is right. I'm not saying the IWC is right. I'm not saying that people attacking her on a regular basis is right. I'm saying that's the internet, right? The internet has existed now for 20 years in this manner, right? Where we know if you get into the pool of sharks and you start swimming with the sharks are going to be sharks. The internet's going to be trolls. The internet's going to come after you. And so, like, one thing is, I don't like X. I tend to just stay out of that world. Here's the problem. People like X because the interaction is fast and it's simple and you can say something and people react to it. But the reality is, X is an echo chamber. It is a place where idiots feel tough and they can say whatever they want. And that is not the interaction I like. I love Discord, right? I even like TikTok because in TikTok I'm able to kind of control my little arena that I'm in. But Twitter is just free for all, right? It is the open just bullshit of the social media where everybody can say anything and they feel extremely tough. And so when you play in that arena and you start to answer, you give the sharks a little bit of blood, the sharks start swimming. And the sharks are swimming now. To me, I don't know where she goes from here. right?
Sometimes
You
you just
had
gotta
this.
shut up.
And I don't mean like I know that people are gonna read that and go, you just tell women to shut up. I tell anybody to shut up. I would say from a PR and marketing standpoint, when you are able to walk away from a company like WWE, okay? Day of Monday Night Raw, you're able to walk away, and the consensus is that you are the good guy. Just be quiet. To anybody, man, woman, any race, just be quiet.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, you don't have to let the fucking IWC believe what they want to believe. Let them talk shit about Ricochet convincing you to leave. Who cares? It's your husband. Really, if that's the reason you left, that's your prerogative. You can do that. But you jumped into the pool of sharks. You started playing in the pool of sharks, and now they're biting, and now they're hungry, and now you've given the ammo that they're not going to stop. When they see you will respond, when they see you will engage, they're not going to stop.
For sure.
The music career is going to be a flop, though. Let's be real. I don't. She's leaving though. So we've heard her music.
I have heard her
music. Her music's not phenomenal.
No,
like
she has a good voice.
Yeah, she can sing, but so much. The problem with I've worked in some facets, smallly in music, right? I know for a fact, music is not about talent, right? It is a package. It is who you know. It is politics. It is so much. So you had all that going for you, and then you walked out the door and you really kind of just spit on people. And so the music industry is not going to want somebody who comes in volatile. That's not what they're looking for, right? I see Wavy D say modeling, acting, OnlyFans. I think she will be a great whatever she does next. So from a modeling standpoint, I don't know that she fits any real kind of model.
Maybe like promotional modeling.
Yeah, but do you go from being one of one, the voice of the WWE as far as ring announcing goes, to being like a JCPenney catalog model? Like, that's not the next step. Obviously music is the next step for her, right? I mean, I don't know, like, here's the problem. I don't know. We don't even know if she'd have been good as a manager or any of that stuff. Like, I don't understand the idea to even come out and voice out loud that I didn't like what I did is fucking asinine to me, right? You don't have to say that. This is going to get talked about on me and Mike's podcast tomorrow about Anthony Richardson, the quarterback. It is okay to lie. It is okay to lie to people when it comes to shit like this. The quarterback, Anthony Richardson, took himself out of the game yesterday, right? Called for a substitution. And after the game goes, I was just tired. No quarterback has ever done that, right? Yeah. Samantha Irvine pulls herself out of this position and goes, I didn't like what I did. You don't have to say that. You can just as easily say, I was ready to move on. Time had come. I can't do this forever. And so the time had come for me to take the next step in whatever it is. I'm ready to go. That's it. It's okay to do that. Her best bet would have been to go the Elias route and make some mid-album that they can promote on Raw. Yeah, I mean, that's not wrong. I'm guessing the conversation on Monday went, she walked in, said, I'd like to do A, B, and C. WWE goes, no, you're locked in. We need you here. Then she said, like, okay, well, can I take a break and make a music album? They're probably like, no, can't do that. We need you here. They already know her relationship with Ricochet, and I imagine that they were very tight on, like, hey, your job is very important. We've placed emphasis on you. Yeah. We'd like you to be present in here. And she didn't like that, and she walked, and that's all okay, right? But why do you then go out into the world and have to? I don't understand people's inherent need to tell their side of the story. Because the other side, the way it was being painted was better to me. Let's see. Dead Chef, I cook for a reason. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, Wavy, I'm the hype man. You get the girls. That's my point. Why would WWE move you to manager or GM if they know you're the best announcer they have? Yeah, like that's the problem, right? The issue is and not just know you're the best announcer, but they've positioned you that, like, so much of this is that nobody's recognizing. WWE did a lot to put a spotlight on Samantha Irvin, right? Yeah. The TikToks and things where they show her reactions are the manipulation of WWE. If WWE never highlights Samantha Irvine, she doesn't reach the level of kind of internet celebrity that she did. That's just what I
exactly. She would just be another announcer.
Yeah. So that's my take on that.
I have a question though.
Yeah, go for it.
Is Ricochet a millionaire?
I'm assuming Tony Khan way overpaid for Ricochet.
Okay.
I'm assuming that to be true. I don't think that's a wild belief. I would definitely believe that a lot of these guys who are making, and this is what I say, I don't blame people who are making the jump from WWE to AEW if they would come out and say, it's just too much money to fucking pass up. I don't like the idea that they think, oh, I'm going to be in a better wrestling circumstance. No, you're not. You never will be. But the money you got is if it's life-changing for you, fucking sign the check. Like, take the money to the bank. That's what you should do.
For sure.
Have you seen the Costco guy on TikTok? The wrestler?
No, who's the Costco guy?
So you got to look him up. I'm not going to talk a long time.
Is he the
Costco
Costco wrestler? Is that what he's called?
No, he's just a guy, and it's like him, his son, and there's another guy.
Oh, wait. Is it like where they
go to Costco
and like review the feuds?
Yeah. Yeah, he's an independent wrestler. And to show you how booming AEW is right now, the Costco guy has a match on the pre-show of the next like AEW big event. I just thought that had to be mentioned. Like, you guys keep trying to, here's the problem, right? All the time, I get things in my inbox from like IWC people on TikTok trying to convince me why I'm so wrong about AEW. First off, I go, why do you give a shit about what I think? That's always what I say. Why do you care? Why am I affecting your life so much? But I am, so go ahead, feed me the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And then they tell me it's where the best wrestle. It's all this, and then I go, no, it's not. And then I get to see that the Costco guy is wrestling at AEW, and I'm like, oh shit, we're the best wrestle, right? The best wrestle. So you went and got the Costco guy. That's what it is, and so we can look up the Costco guy maybe on Wednesday. But
yeah, definitely.
I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but I just thought it had to be mentioned.
Do you have any Costco food with him when he wrestled? That
who knows? Yeah, maybe he'll throw like a fucking foot long
chicken
hot dog.
stick?
Chicken, throw a chicken stick.
I think
Costco guy is the biggest star they have on the card too. Hey, Gear Tooth, I like that. I like that. I did like that.
That's funny.
I saw a little discourse. There's the Carlito stuff is still lingering.
What's the Carlito stuff?
From last week, where he said, I need to learn Chinese. And I've seen people defend it. I've seen people go against it. But one interesting thing I did see, and I wanted to get Chat's opinion on this, was if R-Truth would have said that, would that have slid? Because R-Truth's character is so aloof and so out there, if R-Truth would have made the joke, I need to learn Chinese, would that joke have slid past unnoticed? Are people unfairly going after Carlito?
I mean, in my opinion, yes. Because, I think who says things, sometimes you get labeled as, oh, that's just so-and-so. They say dumb things, you know?
So this raises a bigger question to me, right? This raises a bigger question of, why is I think between you and I, if I said certain things and you said certain things, it's different. Sure, but we're real people. Yeah. We're not on a TV show. So this raises the question for me, right? Is that what Dead Chef's saying? Carlito's supposed to be stupid. This is his character. Why are we getting upset about what a character does, right? Yeah. Let's go one step further. And this is a serious question I want to ask to Chat. You guys let me know. Why can't there be a racist character? I mean, they will be dislikable. There used to be back in the day. No, wasn't there a Nazi and a German and sure. But I'm saying, what if there is a character who is slightly insensitive and slightly racist? Now, if there becomes a cult following of people who are championing this person, that's one thing. But the fact that why can't there be somebody? Wavy D says, I would enjoy a racist character. As long as we knew they were bad, right? As long as we knew they were the bad guy. I don't understand why why it's wrestling. It's like on TV, we watch shows like Law and Order SVU, right? And just wait, hold on with the RIP sponsors. There's Rapist on SVU, right? I mean, there's Rapist on SVU. They don't pull sponsorship. It's a show. Movies have people that get murdered all the time. And movies have people that play Nazis and different characters like that. So I don't understand. It's a character. But even farther than that, Carlito, like Dead Chef said, he's a dumb guy. And so if he's a dumb guy, why are we so up in arms that he makes a dumb comment? I don't know where Lauren ran off to. Something must be going on. Maybe a bathroom break or something. Last thing that there's no live audience cheering for the rapist, though. I don't think anybody would. So that's why I said it'd be a problem if people were cheering for the rapist. But if people are booing the rapist, why is that? And let's walk it back just a little bit, because I did say I that was an extreme example being made about a rapist. I'm talking about a character who's slightly inappropriate, right? Let's just say that Carlito makes off-color jokes. Let's say that becomes his gimmick. His gimmick is I make slightly off-color jokes. Is that a problem? That's what I'm saying. Let's not go as far as having someone rape somebody in the back of a wrestling locker room. I think that's a little too far.
I don't know what just happened.
I'm walking back. Well, I said they're saying it's the live audience could have something to do with. I use the example that shows like SVU have rapists on them and they still get sponsorship.
True.
She says, shit, they still support Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I don't know if the character of Hulk Hogan is racist or if the man Hulk Hogan is racist. Gunther versus Damian Priest was borderline racist. So I understand. I don't think it was racist. I don't think you do either, because I see you say it was classism. But I understand 100% the sentiment of what you're saying, and they used that. It is just pick and choose kind of. Yeah, Carlito saying off-colored stereotype jokes would be hilarious. It would be funny. Like, I don't get it. I don't want to get too much into politics and shit like that and like wokeness, but to me, like let it be fun and jokey. It doesn't. I get now. We don't need a Nazi. We don't need a guy running around fucking doing the Hitler sign and stuff like that. But it's okay to like the joke. I still feel like I will support this till the day I die. The joke was funny and it was appropriate for Carlito's character. And I don't. If that makes me a bad person, I guess I'm a bad person now. Last thing, Lauren. Here, yeah. I think I figured out why I don't like Gunther.
Okay.
I think I figured out the deal with Gunther. Gunther is just Cesaro 2.0. This is the reincarnation of Cesaro.
Oh, because he was boring.
Just a guy that I absolutely find completely dead in the character department, who I understand great in the ring, can do certain things in the ring that people enjoy, but I don't love Cesaro. And I think the big difference here is that for Cesaro, with Vince McMahon, Vince was never going to push Cesaro. With Gunther, he's getting the opposite treatment where it feels like Triple H is going to shove Gunther down our throat until we just decide, all right, we've got to live with this. But I see no difference in Gunther and Cesaro. I absolutely see no difference. Junkyard James says it's a new generation and people aren't comfortable with joking about race. Example, but I disagree with this. Junkyard James, I disagree. And I didn't want to talk about the Kill Tony stuff, but I will. This is a small group of fucking people. This is not the majority of people. All of like the people that I'm around on a daily basis and I talk to, nobody has a problem with these it is a very small group of loud people on the internet who stir a pot and make it seem like the rest of the world is so offended by things. I think the new generation is actually tired of wokeness, is actually tired of being told what they can and can't say. I actually think it's shifting the opposite way. And I think Tony Hinchcliffe knows that because look at the numbers of Kill Tony. You think Tony Hinchcliffe is worried based on the numbers that Kill Tony? It's like the biggest comedy podcast in the world.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody watches it.
So here's the problem too. I'll tell y'all one thing, because now fuck it, political now. The Kill Tony joke was too smart for the wokeness, right? So he called Puerto Rico a floating garbage dump, right?
Yeah.
And so people are like, that's racist. He's racist. No. Look it up. Look it up, guys. Puerto Rico, notoriously known for not recycling, and they have a giant heap of fucking trash on the island. So the joke works on multiple levels. So that's my problem is when there's outrage and the fucking joke works on multiple levels. That's insane to me. It's performative outrage. Well said, Geartooth. It is performative outrage. They get mad because first off, it gets a reaction, right? People start the people like them start to respond, and they can live in an echo chamber, and they can all talk about how bad it is. But the reality is, most of the real world doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
If you told the Carlito joke to most of the real world, they go, that's funny, stupid, real dumb, but it's funny. It's funny, right?
For sure.
It's this small, and the IWC is the worst. I've said this. The IWC is full of these fucking white knights who can't. There it is. Right on time, We Too Deep. Fucking nailed it. The IWC is full of white knights who've never had a fucking girlfriend in their life. Can't get a fucking girlfriend, but they're going to tell everybody how to protect women, how to protect races, how about we just have fun? We learn to laugh. You be good people, and most of us can get along. That's the reality. It's also not racist because Puerto Rico is a part of the USA. It's anti-nationalism, if anything. Agree. And it's if anything, it's just a fucking joke. It is a joke. Jamius gets hyped for saying white guy from Detroit, but Carlito needs to learn Japanese. There's groups of people that take shit side. Yeah, that's great. Great example, Mike. We can talk about that tomorrow. I think that'd be a great topic to talk about tomorrow on our show. But I love Jamius Winston, and I have no fucking problem with what he said, and I like Carlito, and I have no problem with what he said, and I can find the humor. I think Jamius Winston is a very lovable guy. I think he's funny. I like him. I think Carlito, in the same vein, I don't think Carlito is some raging racist running around looking to cause problems in the world.
Yeah.
The wrestling journalist egg on the outrage too. Yeah, I get it. That's why I always say when people are like, you do a podcast, I'm not a journalist. I'm literally just, the thing I'd like to say, I'm a community person. Like, I'm part of a community, and I just happen to turn the microphone on and the camera on so that we can all hang out and talk about wrestling. But I'm not reporting shit. I'm not like I laugh. Like,
breaking news.
I've tried the whole route of like, let's do an interview. And then I hate interviews, right? Because I want to talk. And I want to talk to my people. I don't want to talk. Like, if I go to WrestleMania and get press passes, if someone else wants to go do interviews, that's great. I'm not interviewing people. Because I don't really like, I just don't want to ask questions.
Them.
Exactly.
Mine would go like, so how was wrestling so-and-so? What color do you like? What are you wearing? What are you thinking?
Wavy D wants to talk about you taking your first loss in
We're not going to talk about
football.
me taking my first loss in fantasy football because it's bullshit because I was just too worried about the bets this week. Threw me off.
I'm still, I can't figure it out. I can't get it together in fantasy football. I am so fucked. And now I think Stephon Diggs is hurt. So just like the little bit of fucking points I was getting have gone. And I don't really want to talk about it. But in my other league, which is, it's always great. I hate assholes who do that, right? It's the guy who goes to high school and he's like, my girlfriend goes to another school. Yeah. I want to like preface with like, I want to be like, no, in my other league, trust me, guys, I'm doing real good in my other league. Nope. This is our league. Don't cheat on our league. This is our league. You stay in our league. You take this ass whooping like a fucking man. I'm 0-7. Now, there was a chance if Russell Wilson scored like 45 points tonight that I could win. So how did Russell Wilson do, guys? Did he have a fucking blowout game where he scored 45 points?
I needed my defense to get like 30 points.
Yeah, I mean, I need CMC back. It's what I need. I need CMC back. I see people from the TikTok going, I came in at an odd time.
20 more points.
Probably
20 more
so.
points. If they could get
I don't know
20 more points, I could win.
He's doing okay. I need better than okay. I need phenomenal.
Yeah.
So Monday Night Raw, Lauren, you didn't miss much.
Doesn't sound like it. I mean, I didn't hear anything about really what happened.
So I was about 45 minutes behind.
Looking by the baddie list of the night, I don't feel like I missed anything.
I didn't even really look at it. I just pulled it off of the list and put it up there. Raquel,
exactly.
Liv. So I did see Raquel.
Mhm.
I did see Liv.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember Zelina and I don't remember
Exactly.
Scarlett.
Well,
So I didn't
Selena and
see
Scarlett
those.
made it, which are like smaller parts. It usually means that there wasn't much eventful things that happened.
So like I said, I was 45 minutes behind and I played absolutely speed up.
All right.
And so like catch up and really as I was catching up, I'm like, is it just because I'm playing catch up or am I just uninterested? I think it just wasn't a very interesting Raw. Everything's kind of set for Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Crown Jewel is SmackDown story.
Okay.
So this is one of those cases where I think Raw was just kind of a traveling show. It was wrestling. It was, there was some good. We could talk about, so the Bloodline stuff kind of trickled over to Monday Night Raw, Lauren. And Jay and Jimmy started the show. And they kind of had it out a little bit, kind of talking and kind of came to a consensus that while, Jey Uso wants to make sure that that he keeps his identity, he's good with being the Usos.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. That got to going. Sami Zayn's being worked back into the story, Lauren. Jey Uso talked to Sami. Sami was kind of like, hey, you can't trust Jimmy. And then Jimmy was like, let me talk to him. Jimmy went to go find Sami. And Sami was having a secret meeting with Solo Sikoa. So there's drama now.
All right.
There's some shit going on. It was definitely...
Bum, bum, bum.
okay, so they're
But Saturday is going to be like a recorded show, right?
What are you talking about?
For SmackDown this week?
From us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. We'll talk about that more in the next couple of days.
No. I was talking about Saturday is a recorded SmackDown because...
No, Friday. SmackDowns are Friday. You throw me off when you say Saturday. We're going to be in Corpus. We're going to be in a whole other city. So I don't know.
But isn't there like a wrestling thing coming up this weekend?
But it's in Saudi Arabia. So I don't know. It may be at like 2 a.m.
Oh.
So it may not be. So I saw what they were talking about. I was going to save this till Baddie of the Night, but we got to talk about this now.
Okay.
They said, who said, Wavy D said it. Maxine was one sneeze away from her coochie falling out. So I was watching this on my phone and I didn't know if I was just misreading her outfit. There's a cut in her outfit that goes like down to literally the only thing not showing is the part that can't be showing. Everything else is showing. This thing was cut so close.
I don't see anything from tonight.
Oh, you got to go look it up. Because when I saw it, I thought, no, she's just got a flesh-colored, like a flesh-colored little insert in her out. Nope. This thing, we talk like about appropriateness.
Uh-huh.
This was not appropriate. This was not PG. That outfit was not PG. Mike, you can't say that shit, Mike. Mike has
I'm looking it up on X
Mike
now.
has little people wrestling coming to his city on the 13th.
Ooh, that's exciting. What do they call it? Midget wrestling. How come we're not allowed to say it?
You can't say that.
Was she wearing a green outfit today?
It's not that you can't say it. You're going to get us banned from YouTube. Yes, it was green. It was what was there was green. What was there of it was green. She's got to get the stripping out of the system before she has to.
Are you talking about the V that goes down?
Yeah. That shit's deep, but that's a deep V.
They don't even show all of it.
That's a very deep. If you watch it on TV, that's a very deep V. So they're saying the Saudi show starts at noon. I will be right in the middle of a cheer competition, so there will be nothing from me. If somebody else wants to stream on Saturday, if somebody wants to jump in and fill that Saudi role, I will jump into the chat and hang out because I'll be sitting in the middle of American Bank Arena. But
so funny.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best part of Monday Night Raw. In all realness, like Ludwig and Sheamus fought. I sped through that. I don't know if it was a good match. There was a Gunther video. Ivy Nile and Zelina Vega fought. Like I said, I don't even remember what they looked like because I sped through it. Mm-hmm. Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed had a good little setup for Crown Jewel. Seth came out to the ring to cut a promo. Bronson was outside. Seth runs outside. The best part of this whole thing was, Lauren, that Seth Rollins is running outside and he removes a jacket, a blue jacket. He's wearing all blue. Mm-hmm. Removed the jacket only to have what appears to be the exact same jacket on underneath. It was the most Seth Rollins thing ever. He was wearing like 2 of the jackets. So that's what happened there. What are you doing on your phone over there?
Me?
Yeah.
I was just checking something.
What are you checking?
Just text messages. I had to check a text message real quick.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that.
You seem out of it. And the only other thing was there was a tag team match. The Miz is being hunted by the Wyatt Six. And
Miz is being hunted by the Wyatt Six now?
Yeah, the Miz, and he's being kind of extorted by Karrion Kross and his group of people. So that's kind of happening, but not enough.
The Miz is somebody who I've found that like he transcends through time well, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Mm-mm.
Like, so he can always be re-interesting to me.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
if
he reinvents himself a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I guess that's a better way of putting it.
And then we had Dominic Mysterio versus Damian Priest, which Wavy D called correctly.
Testicles.
He said that was going to happen. I thought you just knew that, Wavy D. I didn't realize that was just a prediction. You nailed that on the head. That was the main event, and Dominic Mysterio was able to get a win thanks to the help of the Judgment Day, and that was Raw. That was it. Not a lot.
Doesn't sound like a lot.
Not a lot going
I told
into
you by the
Saturday.
baddie list, I could tell though, because like the majority of them are like Raquel, Zelina, Scarlett. Those aren't people who usually have very big roles. They're kind of just like supporting.
Yeah, I don't think,
You know what I
and, I was speeding through, but there just wasn't a lot
Yeah.
of different
Well, I wouldn't
variety.
think right
on.
before the big event that they're going to have that much.
Well,
going
so
on,
I
no?
think most of the people who are getting ready to go to Saudi are probably either doing promotion or getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Your Friday was a pre-tape show, so yeah, definitely. I think.
Yeah, and with no, what's her name?
Did anybody send
Announcer.
any awards? I know that Wavy D sent the sizzling story of the night for Dead Chef because he was watching his Steelers. He said that the sizzling story is Sami Zayn being talked to in private by Solo Sikoa. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no awards. I think I don't know what you give. You just
Was it
give an award for.
award-worthy?
Yeah, it just really wasn't. And I told you I was playing catch up, but it just really there wasn't a lot there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the stars rarely do anything on TV weekly anymore. That's true too. But I think the problem is as we gear up towards like these overseas premium live events, that the go home shows aren't they're not as big because they're just kind of packing it up.
Yeah.
If you really look at tonight, there wasn't even a ton of wrestling on it. And 2-hour Raws, man. I know we asked for that,
Yeah,
but I'm not
They
so
feel like they
sure
go by
that I
so
love
fast.
that I love 2-hour Raws anymore.
True.
I think that third hour might be needed
Well,
so that you can get a little variety.
do
in there.
they try to get the same amount of commercials in that time? Is the what you know
So
what I mean?
tonight it wasn't as bad for me because I was behind. I'm just DVRing right through the commercials.
Yeah,
Borderline censor of the night, Maxine. They needed to. They needed to raise that camera up about 2 feet because it was definitely. I was like, "What is happening?"
I mean,
here?
like, so the picture I saw on Twitter just like cut it off like right there, but I can only imagine if it went any deeper.
no, you're gonna have to pull up YouTube and look at it. 3 hours of commercials in 2 hours. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's do baddie of the night and let's get out of here.
Baddie
so
of the night.
everybody can do what they need to do. I'll start prepping for
I gotta
tomorrow.
cheer on my team, and hopefully they bust out 20 points.
So baddie of the night, we got a problem here. We've got double ties. Double
Ooh,
ties. I might have to
okay.
go in here and break the tie.
All right.
Who would I
Let's
break the
go.
tie for though? Let's see. So at 14%, Scarlett and Zelina. Scarlett gets no love in this community.
Not with her brown hair. She needs to get her blonde hair back.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Is this is a hair color thing?
She needs to bring
Now,
her blonde hair
I
back.
am wondering, how did Maxine not make this list?
I don't know. I didn't make it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking Wavy D how
He
Maxine
said she was one coochie sneeze or something.
didn't make free Otis from the mid card. Okay. If I had to pick here, I'd probably go. I don't remember enough of Raquel Rodriguez. Did Scarlett win last week? Am I just completely full of shit?
I
Did
don't
she win last week, Wavy D?
I don't
Am I just bullshitting now?
Did she?
I say Scarlett gets no love, and I think she did win.
Did she?
I think that may be true.
I don't remember. I just remember you were
I
mad
feel like that
because,
is
your
true
girlfriend
now.
didn't make it on there.
I was. That was
know?
Friday though. I think
Yeah.
they're saying Raquel looked really nice.
I've heard
I don't
that a
know that
couple
I can
times.
vote fairly on this one.
Okay. Then are we
Did
going
you
to
vote?
tie?
Did
I
you
did vote.
vote?
I did vote. I actually voted
So
for
right
Selena
now,
Vega.
Raquel and Liv are both tied at 36%, and I don't know that I can break that tie.
All right.
'Cause
This
I
is
don't
our
remember.
first ever casual wrestling
Is it our first tie?
toy. I believe so. Yeah.
I think
for
I
Maddie.
broke the tie last time.
You did. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
35%, Raquel and Liv
All right.
tied.
Does that make it a two-way?
What?
I don't know. Midget.
But that's all I've got, guys. That's all I've got tonight. 42 minutes. We squeezed all of the juice out of this one tonight. That's our first tie. Interesting.
That's our statistician right there.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So Friday, I don't think there's going to be a SmackDown post show, and Saturday there won't be anything for sure. I might pre-record a podcast for Friday, but I don't even know if it's really worth doing that.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to jump on and do something, like I said, I'll hang out. They could fill in and do a SmackDown post show, and we can just divert everybody. I don't know if Wavy D or We Too Deep, one of you guys want to take over for the night. You could definitely. I will jump in and hang out, do baddie of the night and all that stuff. I will just be in a hotel in Corpus Christi, and I will have zero place to do a podcast from.
Yeah.
So yeah, if nothing else, I'll be in the Discord and we can just hang out. We can even do like a voice room in the Discord.
Oh,
I know Wavy
cool.
D's been pulling for that. We could just do a voice room. I could throw some AirPods on and we could
pot it up.
We could I haven't gotten it. Wavy D, you're the only one who sent anything for the Halloween Hear Me Outs. I think you and maybe We Too Deep. So once again, the people are slacking on the Hear Me Outs.
Yes, sir.
Man, I hate my voice. It's all right. But that's it. That's all I got tonight. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, the party never stops in the Discord. Make sure to join if you're not already a part. Lauren, you can ring the final bell.